Sports Director Matt Dow and Amanda Poole. More sports coverage than anyone else in the Midlands. Sponsored by Lexington Medical Center starts right now.
Just prove that we belong. That's just what it's going to be. People are going to pick us low. It is what it is.
It is what it is. 9 days away from the first look at the South Carolina men's basketball team. Welcome into Sports Zone. I'm Amanda Poole. The Gamecocks set to host Worcester next Wednesday in an exhibition game. Head coach Lamont Paris, fresh off SEC media days from last week and now back to work this week. So many storylines to look forward to this year as the Gamecocks say they still feel like they need to prove they belong. Gamecocks picked last in the SEC last year and now picked 11th out of 16 teams this year, despite that historic season and postseason run last year. Now, this year's group brings back a lot of talent, plus some new transfers loaded with experience. And today, local media, including myself, getting access to all 14 players, plus 5 assistant coaches, including the special assistant to the head coach, Kerry Rich. The Gamecock legend is a big part of South Carolina recruiting success. Rich says having 8 Carolina natives on the roster is something special and just maybe something that could give the Gamecocks an edge this year.
You know, it's fun and personal for me. As a guy that played here back in the early 90s, this is not just a job for me. It's a lifestyle. You know, every time I leave my house in the morning, I'm selling the University of South Carolina basketball program. And, you know, over the years, I've been able to forge a lot of relationships through my time here at the university. And, you know, the one thing I do know in terms of my unique perspective, anytime that this team has been good, there's always been a correlation with having South Carolinians on the basketball team. And you go back to the Final Four run, the best 2 players were from South Carolina. You go back to, you know, Eddie Fogler, Coach Eddie Fogler, his days, the best players were from South Carolina. And for this program, it is very, very important. It's imperative that we keep our best players home. And when I was first hired, the one thing that I vowed to do, I didn't promise that we'll get every top player here in South Carolina, but the one thing I did vow to do was to make it hard for any top player to say no to us.
Well, and that's exactly what he's done. We look at some of the local products that he was able to keep home. Freshman Cam Scott is one of those 8 South Carolina natives on this roster. The Lexington High School standout has been working all off season on transitioning to the college game. Scott averaged 22 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and a little over 3 steals in his senior year, really establishing himself as a consensus 4-star recruit. And after switching his college home from Texas to South Carolina, he's been bought into Lamont Paris's program. Here's what Scott says he's been working on and looking forward to this year.
Just having the ball in my hands a lot more. I feel like this coaching staff trusts me a whole lot. They allow me to go out there and do my thing. So just being able to go out there and make mistakes in practice, see where we lie, and you know, it's really been benefiting me on and off the court. Just adjusting to the day-to-day lifestyle of preparing for a college game. It's definitely the complete opposite of high school. You go in here with a lot more expectations, a lot more focus on certain things, and just your attention to detail has to be on par every day. Just continue to challenge myself. You know, every day is not going to be the easiest day, as Coach Paris always says, but you got to come in with a smile on your face. They tell us leave our ego, leave all our problems at the door once we get inside the facility. So, you know, I just go in with that mindset every day, just come in and leave all of my problems outside, just come in here, just enjoy it, work every day, and enjoy time with my teammates.
And just like Scott, redshirt sophomore Arden Conyers is eager to get in the game. The Westwood product says he wanted to spend his redshirt season getting better in all aspects of his game. But now the suspense is at its max, and Conyers wants to show off his hard work over the summer. We spoke with head coach Lamont Paris about Conyers and what we can expect from him this year. And Paris saying anyone following SEC basketball will be saying the name Arden Conyers a lot this year. It's a statement belief that Conyers says he appreciates.
That helps me a lot. Seeing stuff like that, that just shows that he really believes in me. And I always believe in myself. So him saying that, that just motivates me, really. And definitely, I'm going to be aggressive offensively, defensively, and I'm going to play my game. It showed me a lot. I learned a lot. I've grown pretty much in every aspect of my game, offensively, defensively, my body, mentally. Like, I've just grown. And being with Austin, he was with me, and we grew together during that time, so it really helped me. Hardest part last year was me knowing that I could play, but like actually having to sit out and believe like the long road, because I knew I could play, but I wanted the red shirt for a reason, and that reason has played out. So.
And besides newcomers and a wide range of talent this team holds, there's an overarching theme of proving people wrong for this year's squad, much like last year when the team was picked to finish last in the SEC. This year, the Gamecocks are 11th, but most of the players say they tune it out, but in some ways continue to use it as motivation.
I mean, every single day is something that you got to prove, whether it's to yourself and to your teammates or just, to coach, whatever the case may be. Every guy in his locker room comes into every practice feeling like we got something to prove. So we're going to take that same mentality onto the court as we, come into non-conference play and into conference play.
Just prove that we belong. That's just what it's going to be. People are going to pick us low. It is what it is. I'm not going to persuade somebody to pick us any higher. They do what they want to do with it. But we're not really focused on it. We're just going to show what we've been working on, and hopefully that's good coming out in the season.
We pay a little bit of attention to that, but it's just a thing that give you an extra chip on your shoulder, and it's nothing wrong with it. We just, like I said, it helped us last year when we give us a little extra motivation to play, and I think this team will really fuel off of that.